Hey guys, it's Game95956 here on the YouTube video. Today I'm doing a spoiler review for the new My Heroes Rising movie, which I currently saw last night. If you have not seen my spoiler-free review, you should go see that if you want to know at least a little on how I thought about it without any spoilers. Then go watch that. Then after you watch it, come back and watch this if you want to see my idea of what I thought about it. So this is my warning that there are going to be spoilers in this video concerning the plot, the characters, and what happens in the movie. So you have been warned. So this movie starts out with the League of Villains and the car chase with a few heroes, which Locke. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but the Locke hero, I don't remember, and some of the villains from the League of Villains carrying the subject, which is called Nine, which he could have. He's like all for one, but he can have 9 quirks and be able to hold onto them and use whenever he wants. And his voice acting and how they show him in the movie is amazing. How he's relentless. He wants to fix this earth from the heroes and villains and just make it his own, with his own League of Villains squad. And he was just a really fleshed out character, which you were scared of him, of his power. He could block anything, but if he used his quirk or blocked too much, he would have little, he would hit his limit and be up for a few minutes, spazzing out, because he's overused it, which the heroes used to their advantage. But other than the main villains, how they get to Nabu Island or whatever it's called, is something like that. Is that practically the class of 1A have this opportunity and are going to take this opportunity to go to this Nabu Island, and because the last hero has, I don't remember if he died off or he just retired. I think he retired, but I may be wrong. But they go to this island to be the heroes there for a selective amount of time, which is I think a few weeks, and just be there. The whole class of 1A, which Sue, Ochako, Deku, Mineta, Bakugo, Tokoyami, Todoroki, Koda, Kirishima, Kaminari, they're all there, all 20 of the students. And what the movie starts out with after the car chase is pretty good, with Mineta, and not even Mineta, just some perv attacking these girls, or not even attacking, just being a perv near them. Mineta just sticks him with his great balls and be I could kick all these ladies, but Mishiro, the guy with the beaver tail in the back, ends up getting the ladies, and Mineta's left alone with no one again. No ladies, nothing at all. But it shows off that they have a pretty good system of different heroes being at different places, some people taking calls for people who need help and going for those who need it. For Earjack and Deku and Ochako, they go to help find this kid that is quote quote lost, which he's not really. So the main thing that this villain is trying to do, he's trying to find this quirk called cell regeneration, practically a healing type, but he needs type B, which the 2 kids that Deku, Ochako, and Earjack go find. There are 2 of them, a girl and a boy, which are brother and sister, and their father has the quirk cell regeneration, which Nine, the main villain that could hold 9 quirks, goes after him to get his quirk, because Nine is practically all for one. He could steal quirks, he could store quirks, he could use quirks, and he could block with them. And he is to be scared of. He is like maniacal. He has this point that he's trying to go to, which him and the UA students have a goal, and he's relentlessly going after it, not like stopping at all. He is relentless on and on again, trying to get this quirk, which he goes to their father, takes his quirk, but notice that it's blood A, which needs blood B. And if you can think about it, genes wise, one of the kids are going to be having type B blood with quirk cell regeneration, which it's the boy, not the girl. I can't think of the names off the top of my head, but he's going for the boy. And his squad of villains, like this Wolfman, which he could shoot fire, he could like upgrade himself to be like really fucking big, like muscular from season 2. He's just scary. And I don't remember the other woman and the guy's name, but this woman, she can practically have her hair, which is red, and her outfit's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie, but she can make it so that she could throw stuff from her, like make her hair like shards and like disperse them and use them in like strategic ways to damage the opponent or anything. Then there's this guy who has like red, not real, I don't think it's tape, but like it's part of his costume that he could consume items, not really consume them, but hold items into his red like tape-ish, like the tape hero Zero Hantashiro, which he is a tape one who has his like tape right here that he could just shoot out, and it's like that, but he gets control of them. And he, like in the middle of the movie when villains are at the island trying to find where these kids are, they are in their own like specific places. Like this, like the tape villain, he's fighting Anto, Zero, Kirishima, and Bakugo, those 3, and it's a hell of a fight. Bakugo gets like not really consumed, but like he is in his tape into like a human figure, and he is using him to fight Kirishima and Antashiro. And Bakugo legit destroys one of his grenade gauntlets on his hand to get out of that thing, and takes out the villain, saying that he can take them all out from his rage. From that point on, Bakugo goes on to help Deku, which I'll get to him after this, but Momo Yaoyorozu and Ochako come in and help them, since they're not really at their limit yet, but they're like I would say in the middle. Then there's Mashiro Ojiro and I think it was Sue and Ojiro, and I don't remember the last person, but they're at the beach where this wolf being is that I was talking about earlier, which he's really strong, like a Nomu. Like he seems as strong as a Nomu, which Todoroki, Tokoyami, Tenya, Ida come and help. And what is it? Soji 2? I don't remember if that's Soji or not. Was it Kaminari There are two. No, for the fight with Bakugo, it was Kirishima and Kaminari and Bakugo, because they all had pieces like of their costume which he could take away with his power. But it was I think it was it Koda? No, Koda comes in later, but it was Tenya Ida, Rikuro Sato, Todoroki, and Takoyami, which all four of them could not beat him. It seemed like they barely even dented him at the point, and they would have to retreat later on, or the villain would have to retreat later on. But then it's Deku. Deku finds out that, he's like, oh no, these kids might be in trouble. So he's running towards trying to find where the house is. And 9 is already there, already blown up their house as the kids are running to it. And he's after the kids. This was a real, stressing point, because I don't know if he was going to take them. But he didn't want to really kill anybody, just take quirks that he needed that would help him, take over the world and stuff. But practically, he's going after the kids. He's about to grab the boy who has cell regeneration. Last second, Deku comes in and not flex, but comes in and takes the kids and tells them to run off. As 9 comes in the forest, Deku runs back into the forest because he tells them to run. And I gotta say, these kids had a great emotional change for Deku. The girl did not like heroes. Didn't want her brother to become a hero because her brother wanted to become a hero. Because she wanted the best for him with no danger or anything. But the kid was consistent of wanting to be a hero, and she was trying to prove him that heroes aren't good. They can be late to battles and stuff. She was testing them to prove him wrong, that heroes aren't the best thing in the world, which she would soon change her mind to liking heroes, I would say, and loving them even like her brother does. But Deku goes back in. He's using he wasn't yeah, he did. He was 1, 2, 3, 4 flicking, because on his arm guards he's got little suction, not suction, but air vents, so that air could shoot through when he flicks, which he doesn't have in the anime yet, which he has on the manga. I think he had in the manga, but Deku is using all of it. He used Fukao 20%, which 9 can tell how much power they're not really, or the heat detection through how much power they're using, and he's like, this guy might have a quirk I might want because it's really powerful. He just keeps on bringing out energy that he doesn't start with. He just keeps on gaining more energy, which is he finds powerful, which who wouldn't, but he can't take it. I believe he can, and this questioned me in the theaters why he couldn't take it, and I'm thinking that, it showed the multiple people that were last inheriting All for One, or One for All, which it practically the quirk is someone takes One for All, they maximize it to their extent, then they pass it on to someone else. They maximize it to the extent, and they keep on passing it down, which is how One for All works practically. They're enhancing it each time. Each time they pass it on to a new different person, which at this point it's on Deku. And fuck, I blanked out. He can't take it because it's too much. He can't hold that much of enhancement from other people because it builds up on the quirk, and he doesn't have enough storage because he has 8, I believe right now, about to have 9 if he gets the cell regeneration. But Deku is beat up from this battle. The kids are together again, like near the end of this battle, and he's telling them to run, but they don't. Then Bakugo comes in to fight, which Bakugo puts up a hell of a fight, but so gets beat up like Deku. Broken bones, multiple injuries. Then the girl has a quick illusion, which she can like bring up images that she wants, which she practically throws off this figment, which is Deku, this form-looking Deku, but it's Deku leading Bakugo to their point to help them. Which that's how Baku comes into the fight, and then Ochaku and Kochikora, which is the hero that has the quirk that can control animals, leading a distraction of like ravens, so that the heroes don't follow them. And at this point, the killer, or not killer, but the villain 9 is at his limit where he's spazzing out, having like kind of Death Note-ish like heart attacks. Like when he had this heart attack, it reminded me of the scenes in Death Note where like it would be like the heart pumping, which I thought he's like, oh shit, is light in here killing him? But no, it's his limit, and this will come into play later in the story. So after having all these like characters and even the whole town of like 1,000, they all group up into like this powered unit, and Momoyasu is making batteries, and Denki Karamari, which is the electric quirk guy, is trying to charge batteries, because if he doesn't, what can he do? And he's getting past his limit where he just becomes stupid because he's used too much, and they're just trying to find out a way. They're trying to heal Deku and Bakugo as much as they can, because they are currently unconscious in this point in the story. And the boy who has soul regeneration comes in saying, can I try helping because I have this quirk? And the doctor's like, we'd like you, yeah, we wouldn't mind it if you would try. And he does, and he makes them come out of like unconsciousness, and he heals them to the best extent and like short amount of time, which during this time the hero 9 is passed out, like covering all as well. Then the heroes come up with this idea to lead all 3 of the villains and splitting them all up to different sections of heroes, like Tokoyami and Mina Ashido are gonna fight the woman, which has the like splitting up fragments. Then Todoroki, it was Todoroki Yukiro Sato, was it? Taniida, Mineta wasn't there, I'm trying to remember. I don't remember all the people that were there to fight the Wolfman, but they were there to fight him. Then Mineta and I think it was Yukiro Sato was there to like try to damage and make 9 use most of his powers so that he could like spaz out, like wear him out. You make him use the quirks way too much. And Mineta didn't really have a big point in this movie, unless on the big beginning part where he saved those girls. But everybody else had like a pretty big moment for them. Like after they distracted 9, they all went past post Ultra to their breaking point. Like for the Wolfman, they were fighting him until like they were done. Shoto Todoroki and those were taking the final blow for him, freezing him all together. After him transforming twice, one to a medium kind of hard range and to a very hard like upgrade. And he's using his quirk of fire, like spitting around, trying to get Todoroki and stuff, but Todoroki lands the ending blow. Then Fumikage, Tokoyami, and Mina Ashido are a team working against the lady, which Ashido gets knocked out, and they're in a cave of darkness, which for Fumikage, Tokoyami, that's his advantage, but he has to keep control because of his quirk. The Dark Shadow can get out of hand, and he lets it get out of hand because Mina Ashido gets damaged and knocks out, and he gets enraged with his fuel, and the whole place collapses on them. He takes out the hero, and he takes out himself, not dying, but like knocked out. So they're past their big plan, and so it's Shotaro, Todoroki, and his squad. So it's left to Deku, Bakugo, Mizo Soji, and Jiro, which is Jack, to protect the kids. Their fight was amazing. Like Koyoko, Jiro, and Mizo Soji protect the kid, and Deku and Bakugo will fight 9. At this point, this was like towards the end of the movie, and like the peak of the movie, where my like audience was like applauding every time because they were Izuku Midoriya, Deku, and Katsuki Bakugo was a great duo. They were working together. They were fighting, and with no competition between each other, they were working completely together. And Bakugo seemed like a character that I really started to enjoy in this movie because he started not being as crappy as he was before, but he's opening up as a character and developing to not be as mean, and made me really think like he was a likable character now, and that they were a good duo until they get apprehended and like crushed by a dragon form of one of 9's quirks, and with Deku is like, we can't really beat this guy unless I give Bakugo one for all. So they touch fingers, and Bakugo gets a feeling of one for all. They both use 100% Cowl to beat 9 in the most awesomest way with the soundtrack of the song that was from the Cowl, or not Cowl, but the Overhaul arc, with Deku reaching for Ares' hand during the battle against Overhaul. That song comes into play again here when they knock him out, which is a great choice and amazing. Like, it reminded me of Super Saiyan God 3, not God 3, but Super Saiyan Blue, Vegeta and Goku coming in together to fuse for Vegeta, but they didn't fuse at all with Deku and Bakugo. They just knocked them out, having both their arms red after. And the heroes end up coming by an SOS drone that Momoya Rosu picked up and not created it earlier to send for SOS, and that's practically the movie. But one more thing that happens, that All Might comes in, and Deku tells him what happened. They gave one for all to Bakugo, but One for All did something amazing that they let him use it for a little bit, but they gave the power back to Deku because of his foolhardiness, like of his heart and his mindset that he was trying to save everybody, which he does. And at this point, 9 is shriveled up on another part of the island. Then some of the League of Villain characters, where is it? I have it written here somewhere. Tomoru Shigaraki, which is the main villain, the main leader from the League of Villains now, comes in with this new red coat. He's looking clean as, clean. And it comes to Case at 9, saying, "Thank you, but I will take my place as the leader." And work forward on what you've already started. Like the case, which was real breaking, not a breaking point, but really surprising for Shigaraki, because in this point they haven't really gone over the Shigaraki arc, which makes you afraid of him, which I hope they do in season 4, but they make you be afraid of him and fear him. And it's amazing. His new outfits are good. He's as good as ever. The voice acting was good for this movie. The movie was good. The action was good. CGI was kind of questionable, with like random CGI clouds coming in, looking weird. But other than that, the movie is good. So if you like the video, please press that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell to say when I upload videos like this. So I hope you guys like the video, and I'll see you in the next video.